I hope everyone can see the screen. So I'm trying to put it in more simple format so everyone can easily follow them. So I'm trying to see such that you don't need to worry about changing the time frames, all those things. So it will be easy for you to. So let's talk about the new bots first. So the first one is this Optimum bot, which is mainly like a day trading or short swing bot, which is mainly for crude oil and micro crude oil. We'll be using Heiken 3 minutes, and we can use basically throughout the day. Right, you don't need to stop it. It will take both long and short. You can you can have a stop loss of 80, and then TP you can disable it, and you can run across the day. Let me show you. So, for example, we have that. For example, this is our optimum. So it took a buy somewhere around this time, RC buy, and then at the session close, there was it closed around 4 p.m. So you can see a green line. Green line means it is a profit, and then again it did a sell here, 89.85. So this is mainly for crude oil. If you try to use it for any other tickers, it will throw an error. Basically, based on the movements of crude oil, we designed this algo. So we have to use either 3 minute Heiken on crude oil, or you can also use, you can go to micros and select MCL. Uh, Even here you can see that there is a profit, right? And then took a short here, and then it is, as of now, it is in the short, and we can run it even during the nights also. We can run it, especially with PA accounts. You can use this one. With MCL, you can start with 2 or 3 micros, and once you build the account, you can use it right with minis also. Initially, you can start with micros. So it is a low risk bot, and mainly for crude oil, because you don't see so much of volatility as in NQ or here. So generally, the chances of hitting stop loss is very minimal, and we can make some good gains even running over the night. Anyone has any questions uh, with this before I move to the next one, Wealthium? So this is a simple, only 3 minute Aikanashi. We can run across the day. We can run with the crude oil minis or micro crude oil, and then we just keep it enabled. Mainly good for PA accounts or even for EA accounts. And when you enable the strategy, you go to strategies, right? If you see, right, even stop loss is also optional, but if you are close to target, you don't want the account to go down further, you can enable the stop loss. Otherwise, you can just because it will take both long and short, and we are on a 3 minute, and it is not so volatile like NQ. So you will just you can disable, and then you basically select whichever account you want, and then you enable the algo. That's it. Everything else is default. All these are default. Only you'll select the account number, you will select the crude oil or micro crude oil. So yes, you need to keep your PC on all the time. Otherwise, if PC goes down, battery goes down, or whatever, your bots will stop working. Yeah, the time will be always 3 minutes Heikinashi. It is not 3 minute normal candle, but 3 minute Heikinashi candles. Right? I hope you all know the difference between both. If you click here, one is you will see Heikinashi. Here you see 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minutes. You have to say. Then there is minute candles, right? Which are like one, two, three. We will not select this one. For this particular algo, we will select this 3 minute Heikinashi candle. And it will be always 3 minutes. We don't need to worry to change it to 2 or 5 or anything. It will be always on the 3 minute candle, right? That is about the Optimum, which is the bot, the best bot for the crude oil, right? We are also coming up with the gold one, which you will see soon. So these are right. One is we created a generic bots, and then now we are trying to okay for that bot without worrying about changing the time frames or anything, right? It is already $90 profit. It's sold here now 89.75, but you can just yeah right, you can just keep it like that, and it will, whenever there is a reversal, it will close the short, it will open a long. So that is about this particular bot, Optimum bot. Now let's go to the other bot, which is uh, any other questions? Yeah, as of now, we did not provide license to anyone. We'll be providing to all the 699 members, right? Because for just for 1 week, we don't want to give it to all 250 members. Giving license, it involves a lot of effort and also cost. So we will be giving to all the 699, whoever has all the right, all the best plan. We will be giving it to them. Uh, right, you have settings on your laptop where you can say do not sleep. Right, if you go to control panel, if you go to battery settings, battery system settings, open. No, we know who all has 699 plans, so we'll be giving them tonight. Everybody will receive the license for that, and then I'll inform that we provided the license, and then you can once you open this power and sleep, right? So here you have to select on battery power turn off after, right? You, you are saying sleep never. When plugged in, turn off, never. Sleep on battery power off. So you have to select never, 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 so that your laptop will not. And you just keep your battery connected to that, so that your laptop will never get into the sleep mode, or it will not turn off. In that way, right, the bots will keep running throughout the night also. Right. I hope that is clear for everyone. Right, Optimum bot only for mainly for crude oil, just a Heikinashi 3 minutes. Stop loss, if you want, you can just put 80. That too, if there is some event or something, right? Sometimes you will have this yeah, conferences related to crude oil reserves and those things. Only during that time there can be sudden movement. Otherwise, generally crude oil will be constant. It won't move so much like Nasdaq or ES. So just you can keep SL as 80 ticks. Target profit is not applicable. So we don't have any session timing, so you can run throughout the day. Then the next one, the Wealthium bot, right? Again, which I said, like this is a low risk one, and we won't be using high cash here. We'll be using minute candle or second candle here, and it has over 90% success, 90 to 95% of success. So we'll be using right low targets, but 95%, 96% will be making profits. So there might be one out of or two out of 100 times we may have a stop loss, but most of the time we'll be making profits. So again, it is a good scenario for example, this one is like NQ long, right? You have to use a 5 minute candle, and you have to give the start range as 205 to 10. The trade start as 2 to 3 o'clock, right? I'll explain these things, but like that, for everything we have a setting, right? For example, let us open NQ chart, then you will understand. So before I have an issue about trading trade even with no strategy, and it will see all the issues later, Ashish. Uh, Jignesh, already your license is enabled. You can import the files. We'll share the Excel sheet after the session. We'll share it to the premium channel. Right. So, for example, right now you know how to enable for the optimum. Right. Just you will go there and wherever you have a crude oil chart, you will just right click strategies and then you will disable 4080 and you will just select crude oil or MCL and just enable it. That's it. So it is straightforward, not lot of parameters or anything for optimum. A simple bot. Now let us look at, so what is that we want for Wealthium? One is it should be a 5 minute chart and between 205 to 10 range and then 210 to 3. So I will go to my chart. I need to select a 5 minute Heikenhashi or 5 minute candle, right? I'm not selecting a Heikenhashi now. For this particular algo, we will select the normal candles. Normal candles are much more right reliable, especially when you do back testing. Yeah, the price point also it is more reliable compared to Heikenhashi candles. So when you want to enable the strategy, you will click on the strategies and then remove any other strategy. And now let us select Wealthium, right? So you will select, right? For example, what is the quantity? It says max entries is 1. So I will basically, wherever I have this one, I can give 0 because, right, the max entries is 1. So I don't want to take 3 different positions. I want to just go with 1 position. And then what else you have? What are the other fields? So it is 5 minute chart, which we already selected. Range is 205 to 210 and trade time is 210 to 3 a.m. That is in EST, right? Everything, whatever time you see here, everything is EST time frame. So you need to change it based on your time zone. Or if your laptop time is also any, you can change your laptop time to EST and then you can use the same timings. 205 to 210, 210 to 3 a.m. Now let's go and so your so this is your start time is right. It is first it is like it is looking overall market, right? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? So here, for example, because I'm in central, what I'll do is I'll say 03, 05, 00, right? Because here it is 2:05 a.m., right? 2:05 means yeah, actually I should give 1:05. This is EST time frame. So range start 2:05 to 2:10, and trading is between 2:10 to 3 a.m. So I'll give 1:05 because I'm in central and 1:10. So if it is 1:05 in central, then it is 2:05 in eastern. So max entries per day, I will say 1. And it is long only, right? Because, right, you can see that it is NQ long only. Max entries is 1. Your start time is 2:05 to 2:10. It will look at overall market condition. And then the trading time is between 2:10 to 3 a.m. So you will go and then you will select, I want to trade between, right? Because I'm in central, I'm just reducing it by 1 hour, right? Because whatever time frame you see in the chart, 2:10 to 3 a.m. That means for central it is 1:10 to 2 a.m. And then, so already this is done. Minute, 5 minute candle we selected, range we selected, trade time we selected, confirmation candle we selected, right? This is the confirmation candle. So confirmation candle should be no. That means you don't need to select it. You don't need to wait for some confirmation candle to happen. So you can uncheck this one. But you selected long only because we want to take only long positions during this time frame. Right? This is the range time and this is the start time, trading, the actual trading time. First to 5-10 minutes, it will watch what is happening in the Europe market. If it sees that generally market goes up during this time. So it will watch if market is going up. If it is good for long, then it will take a long between this time. And then you can also see the BE trigger and BE offset is 40-10. So you will go here. So it is 40 and then it is 10. So it is like your trailing stop loss trigger is 40 and trailing offset is 10. And then what else you have? Target is 10 and stop loss is 120. Mm, yeah, so target is 10. No. Actually, it is only one position, right? So for this one position, 10, 120. So because we are saying only max one quantity we want to take. So we have given all the parameters. Right? Again, if you go back and see here, you have long only 5 minute candle. You are watching the market between this time and then you are taking the trades between this time. No need of a confirmation candle. Max entries is 1. Your trial stop loss is 40 and 10. Your target is 10 and stop loss ticks is 120. So we entered all that information and then you will basically say, right, you have to enable it, whichever account you want, right? If you want Apex account or your individual account or whatever you want, you will select that particular account and then you will say apply, right? Okay, maybe I need to give license for myself. Uh, Let me just take a minute and I will get license for this one and then I'll continue. Right. So if I try to go to now, let me try to enable them again. Um, so everything is saved. So if I want, I can just save the template. Save. This is Wealthium NQ long uh, early morning. Right. I saved the template. So when you don't need to right give all these values every time. Whenever you go and load the template, it will populate all these values. Right. If I click on enable now it got enabled, right? Because yeah, I was working on a different laptop. So for this laptop, I didn't give the license earlier. But now you can see that if you see all these colors, everything appearing, that means it got enabled. So now let us go ahead and just run a back testing and see how it will do. Uh, so let's go to new. Right, generally back testing with whenever you do with the normal candles, your back testing results are much more accurate compared to when you do with Fibonacci. Right, so we want to basically Ninja Trader, Ninja Script, right choice, strategies. We want to do with Wealthium. And what is the position? Quantity 1. This is 0. This is 0. And then we want to, the take profit is 10. Stop loss is minus 20. 10 minus 120. We don't need to, right? Because we are only taking one position. We don't need to worry about others. Then the start time is, I want to start from 10, this is 105 to 110 and right, so max entries per day 1. It is only long only. And trailing stop loss offset 4010. Trading time, actual trading time is 1:10:00. We don't need a confirmation candle, right? And what is the ticker we want? We can use NQ or MNQ. And we are using 5 minute normal candle. We are not doing Heiken. We are going with 5 minute candle, right? So NQ long only 5 minutes. All these fields we basically entered in the backtesting. Now let's just run for September. Right? Later we can run for last 6 months, last 7 months like that. If we just run for 9/4 to 9/24, yeah. Mm, this is NQ December, right? Lithium 10, okay, stop loss, I think we gave it wrong. Stop loss is 120. So what is the profit we are making? Nearly 100% profit. Right? Earlier I entered a wrong stop loss, but basically, right? Even though we are taking small gains, but the chance of making success is very huge, right? If you see, if we use these parameters, nearly 95 to 100% of the time we'll make profits. So every time it gave profits in uh, last 3 weeks. Right. Yeah, it won't accept a minus number, so we should give just 120 ticks as the stop loss. Yeah, but because I entered minus, that's why it reverted to one. Uh, yeah, bars. Yeah, you can just keep everything normal. Right, minus 120. So do we need to put the M2 or M5 for the bots? Right, this is a different algorithm, right? So each algorithm works in a different time frame. So this particular algorithm works well with the 5 minute normal candles. So that's why, right? So you can see, right? Let us, instead of just September, let us take maybe, let us take from January, Jan 2nd, and let us try to run it. Right? You have approximately 95% success. Right? 124 trades, because we are only taking long only, 124 long only. There are no short trades. Out of 124, 117 times you made profit. Right? Approximately you made $2,830, right? Net profit. Total you made 5,850, but there are some seven stop loss trades. 117 times you made profits. So overall, 2,830, approximately 95% success. Right? So, which is, with normal candles, it is a huge success rate. So for your performance or whatever it is, right? Even if you don't hit a trial stop loss, right? Even max you are losing is $431, or right, largest losing is 600, and maximum consecutive losers is only one, right? It is not a directly 2 or 3 days, it is not hitting that the stop loss. So maximum consecutive winners is 26 times it made profit, but consecutive losers is only one time, right? So if it loses once, they maybe next after 25, 26 is a profits, it may again, you may have a stop loss, right? Which is very rare, because during that time you don't have a huge any bad news or something, or huge volatility during that early morning, those Europe hours. So if we use these ones, right, you saw that within September we have nearly 100% success rate. Let us just go and select from April. Maybe you can run it whichever time frames you want. You have nearly 95.18%, like that, right? Overall will be right. It may give small profits, right? It won't give like a huge, but you have 95, 96% or sometimes 100% chances of success. You can slowly build your PA accounts, or you can slowly build your EA accounts using this particular, right? There's just one strat, right? One way to use it. Or you can also go with ES long. You can put a 20-second time frame, right? Time again, you will trade between this time to this time, right? Let us give this one in the back test and see how it will perform. Right? ES long, 20 seconds. We need to select ticker is ES, and instead of minute, we need to select seconds, and it should be 20 seconds, right? And then ES long, 210 to, okay, it is actually So 2:05 to 2:10, and this is 2:10 to 2:30 a.m. So your trading time is, and you don't need any confirmation candle. 2:05, 2:10, 2:10, 2:30. No need of confirmation candle. 1:40, 10. Target is 5 and minus 82. So it is 5 and 82 is our stop loss. Now everything else is same. So let's run for just for September. Yeah, right. You can see 100% success. Right? No manual intervention needed. And you're okay. You're taking, right. It is like a low risk approach. You're taking a low profit, high stop loss, but most of the time, because there won't be any volatility, any news, any events, generally whenever it gives a buy, it will go long. So you have 100% success. So let us run for last 6 months. Yeah, if you reduce stop loss count, it will reduce the profit percentage. So based on all the back testing, we selected those numbers, so that to be close to the 100% success, we have to use those values. And the chances of hitting stop loss is very, very rare, unless some bad news during that time, right? Otherwise, most of the time during this Europe hours, you won't have any Fed events or anything as such. But with Prism and Spectrum, we may see 1,000, 2,000, 1,500 on same day. But with this bot, you won't be seeing such type. So those bots are like, if you quickly okay to take risk and quickly want to complete, then you will use those bots. Or you are okay to take time with low risk. You are fine to have patience and slowly take $100, $100, $50 every day. Then this is the bot for. those members. Or you want to on PA, you want to trade it slowly, carefully, without taking any risk. This bot will help you. Right? Because we gave nearly 6 months: April, May, June, July, August, September, 6 months of data. So it is doing all the calculations, and the files will be in Google Drive. So once you make the payment, you will be joined in the premium channel. In the premium channel, we share the Google Drive link. You can import the files from the Google Drive, and you can you save those files into your desktop, and then you import those files. Right, because we are only running for half an hour, even though you put break at end of the day or you don't put it, the result will be same, right? You are not running overnight. Break at end of the day means around 11:59 your time frame, it will close all the trades. But we are running after 11:59 from 2 to 2:30 or 1 to 1:30. So whether you keep this checkbox or you don't keep it, it won't make any change. Yeah, I'll change the stop loss to 120 so that everyone- it is still running. So if any members are having a tough time, so then you can even avoid US hours. Right? US hours is there will be a lot of volume. You can make a lot of money, or if you are not able to change the time frame or anything, just you can use the non-US hours. It will be slow and steady. You won't make huge profits, but every day to make 50 $100, non-US hours is best. Right? Like for example, this night time 8 to 10 Central, or morning from 6:30 to 7:30. You can just use 2 minute Heikenaishi and you can run the algos without worrying about should I use 3 minutes, should I use 5 minutes, should I use 2 minutes. Just you can use 2 minute Heikenaishi and run during non-US hours when volume will be less. But I'm talking about Prism and Spectrum. For this one, right, whatever I am giving you, you have to use those time frames. But for Prism and Spectrum, if you are having a trouble on changing the time frame or anything, then just run during non-US hours. That's what I am trying to put that information also here. So it will be easy for you. If you are using Prism, then use NQ and ES between this time frame with 2 minute Heikenaishi. If you are using Spectrum, use GC crude oil during this time frame, just with 2 minute Heikenaishi. If you are using Wealthium, then you have to use these ones. There is a lot of data, so it is taking a lot of time for backtest. But yeah, most of the scenarios it will be over 95% success, right? Unless there is some COVID vaccine again or something during that time, generally, which is very very rare. But otherwise, most of the time we will hit the target. How is the performance if you select short trades? Right. Generally, during this time, it won't. Uh, so yeah, performance is less with short, so that's why we are using long only for the first two scenarios. But for the others, you can use both long and short. Only for the first two scenarios, you will only go with long. Today, multiple members were able to use Prism V6. So the only thing is you need to put future timings. That means when you open in the morning around 6 o'clock, you can say 6:30 to 7:30, 8:30 to 9:30, something like. Then it is working fine. Only if we enable them during night time with the past timings, then it is already considering that daily profit is done. It is not working, but you can test it on SIM for 1 or 2 days. And if you today, yeah, I was able to take some trades. Srini got some trades. I don't know if any other users used it or not, but we were able to right enter the trades using the Prism V6. No, this spreadsheet is still not there. I just added all these right with the new values. I'll update it into the Google Drive. But make sure don't share these ones with anyone else because there is a lot of hard work. 6 to 9 months of work is involved in all this data. So right, yeah, this is like set up once and forget about it. You don't need to change anything. Yeah, you can write it is like overnight. You don't need to change any time frames or anything. Once you fix it, that's it. Once you set it up, it will keep on going. Uh, yeah, Optimum, there is no timing. You can run throughout the day. You don't need to set Prism Spectrum also every morning. Once you set it up, only thing is if there is lot of volume, we'll change it to 3 minutes or 5 minutes. If it is just moving in a range, we'll just continue with 2 minutes. That is the only change we need to do. Everything else will remain same for Prism and Spectrum. But if you are generally running in non-US hours, then you can just fix with 2 minutes. Only during US hours, we need to look whether if there is volume or some lot of up and down, a uh, a big band or big distance, big range between the upper band and lower band, then we'll go with 3 or 5. If the band is small, we can still go with 2 minutes. It's still running. Okay, finally, yeah, you can see 97.73%. Right? We ran for April to September using normal candles. So we made approximately 2150. That is with only one quantity. If you increase the quantity, your profit will increase. Right? Only one losing trade. 43 winning trades. There was just one losing trade. Maybe there was some bad news or something. But your maximum loss is 562. That means it won't hit your trail stop loss, account trail stop loss. You will be able to complete. Right, even if you run with two quantity or three quantity, still it will be below that 2500 trial stop loss. So, right, with these bots, you can increase the quantity and run with two or three because the chances of losing is very, very low. Right, in that way, you can, right, you can basically, once you get the files, you can run it for NQ, right? You can, this one, right? Uh, it is better not to run on a Tuesday, but on all other days you can run this one. And same thing with NQ, 15 minutes between this time to this time with these parameters. You will have more than 95% success with all these different combinations. Again, we have RTY, EMD, all those things, but for now, just focus on these ones. Later, we'll give you some more combinations, but for now, you can just focus on ES and NQ. That is about the Wealthium bot, right? And then Optimum bot, and then Prism and Spectrum, where if you don't want to worry about 3 minute, 5 minute, all those things, just run them during non-US market hours. So it will be general, the volume will be less and it will be less volatile. You can just run with these time frames, with these tickets. Uh, any questions on? Right, if you don't have laptops or if you don't have so basically mirror trading is where even though you don't have any laptop or anything or you don't need to worry about this parameter setting all these things, then basically whenever algo places trades in our accounts, it will place into the in your accounts automatically. Even though your laptops are off, you don't have internet, whatever it is, that is completely right. Here you have to put that 5 to 10% of effort setting these parameters on your machine, but there you don't even need to do that 5 to 10%. Uh, any other questions before I move on to the setup issues? Small profit taking impact. Right, you are making $100, right? Your charge will be maybe $2 to $3 or $4, but you will approximately make $50 to $100 every day. So on $100, if you pay $2 to $4 commission, again, right? It is C2 or the Apex will not charge you really, but from the profits, it will deduct that $2 or $4, showing as a net profit. So that's why, right? Again, you can have a low risk and take small profits, or you take risk and go with Prism and Spectrum during US power hours. You right today we made nearly 1,500, right, $1,000 in the live session, right? Member was showing, and we made more than 1,500 again from 145 to 245. Again, it made over $1,000. So Optimum can be enabled for all the day. Because we use Heikenaishi, I'm not doing a back test because Heikenaishi may show very big numbers, but really we may not make that much. So that's why I'm not running. But generally, you see 70 to 80% success when you run here. You will see 70 to 80% of the time you'll make profits. Right? The numbers might show 40K, 50K per month, but really we may not make that much. So I don't want to give a wrong expectation or show you big numbers, and then if you don't make 50K, you feel like Yeah, we slowly started mirror trading. Yeah, we'll be doing it more from Wednesday. Yeah, good, Sitansh. You made $1,800, which is good. Uh, if I close my Ninja app and restart all the chart settings, would have lost. So you can save the workspace, right? Whenever you open some different charts, you can go here and you have something like workspace. If you click save, then all your charts will get saved. Whenever you open some 10 charts, you go there and just go and save it. So whenever you open next time and just click on this one, immediately all those charts will open. uh, any other questions? So C2, right? Initially we were planning to do 5 minutes, but we are thinking, right, it is better to go with 1 hour time frames or 4 hour time frame based on the tickers, so that we make huge, right, with the small time frames is good for day trading. For epics it is good, but for personal accounts it is always good to go with a 1 hour charts, or where you are with one trade you make three, four, $5,000. With these small 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minutes, sometimes you make profit, sometimes you lose, and it will be right again. uh, for epics, because you have to close, we don't have an option. But when you have an option where you can make good profits with gold or crude oil or with ESNQ, because whenever you go with a higher time frame, you have more probability for more success, more gains. So that's why mirror trading plans, we were right, that's where I was going slow, right? We tried with 2 3 minutes, but we want to go with a higher time frames in the mirror trading, so that even we make 3 or 4 trades at the end of the day, at the end of the month, if you make some 5,000, 10,000 gains, that will give more satisfaction rather than taking 20 trades. One day we may make profits, one day we may make losses. So rather than especially because it has to move, right? If it is Ninja, if I'm taking trades directly on my machine, it is immediately getting executed. But when it is mirror trading, it has to go from my Ninja to C2, C2 to your machine. So sometimes with the market orders, there can be, especially with NQ type of tickers, there can be a big, right? You saw that today, within a second, it moved 30, 40 points up, right? At the end of the day, in the last 15, 20 minutes. So such type of things can happen where I may have a, I may see a lot of profits, but members may not see, because within that 2, 3 seconds, if there is a big bounce up, right? That's the problem with smaller time frames. But when we go with higher time frames, we won't have such type of issues. That's why for mirror trading we want to go with higher time frames, where 1 hour, 4 hours, or right, like that. And then we'll be looking at which tickers have right, the support zone in the 4 hours or in the 1 hour, and we'll be taking trades, or algo will be placing trades on the higher time frames in the mirror channels, whereas here uh, we'll be using lower time frames in our Apex or these algos. Ninja meters, right? First, we want to close the C2 one, right? Once we want to stabilize the C2, and then we want to focus on the Ninja meter trade. As of now, Ninja individual to Ninja individual is available. So if you have a Ninja individual account, your personal account, you can connect with the Ninja personal account. That is already there. But if somebody want to use for Apex, which generally Apex doesn't allow, but if somebody want to take that risk and do it, we are working on that feature also, so that yeah, the same page will get copied into your accounts. uh, yeah, Optimum is giving good results. So again, right, I can run the back test, but you can, right, I don't want to run it because you see 10,000, 20,000 profit, and you may not, you may make only 2,000, 3,000 at the end of the month. So I don't want to run any back test using high Kanashi candles because they show huge profits. When you run with the normal candles, the numbers are approximately 5 to 10% here and there. But when you run with high Kanashi candles, it may show 500% up or something like that. So, yeah, we are already sharing the optimum results and we'll continue to share it. That's why we're also giving to our platinum members or 699 plan members. They will also keep sharing the results on how they are observing. Um, yeah, if there are no other questions, all the members who don't have any setup issues, they can exit out. And then we'll work with the members who need any help with the enabling the licenses or any setup issues or anything as such. I hope everyone is clear with, right, what are these new algos, how to I'll be uploading this Excel sheet in some time. And there are a lot more techniques, lot more approaches, but we want to give one by one slowly. We don't want to confuse you with a lot of too much of information. There are a lot more strategies, lot more indicators, lot more ways to make money. Right? We just touched the Apex. I started with Apex. Then I have shown you how we can use individual accounts and make money. Then I have shown you how to use these algos for options and make money. So there are a lot more ways, and I'll be showing one by one. Uh, yeah, tonight we'll be giving licenses to all the 699 members, and then we'll share the bots to download. Uh, yeah, let me stop recording. Mm.